Perfect. Hey, all my worthy viewers. Rob and I are back to talk about a great movie that's out on Netflix right now, a great war movie, and it's called All Quiet on the Western Front. It's an international film, and we are going to chat away about it right now. Take it away, Rob.
Hello, Justin. I am so glad you picked to do this movie for November because me and my best friend watched it on Sunday after a hangover, and we loved it completely. This makes Saving Private Ryan in 1917 look like student movies. The only movie I see on par with is Apocalypse now. It's that good. And to hear a story of the Germans' point of view from the Germans' natural language is just so beautiful. And the shots and the score just really have the atmosphere in this. All you just see is tragedy just non-stop throughout the film as it follows this young boy as he goes through this war. And I don't really want to say what happens to him at the end, but it's just so tragic. And the whole film is just beautifully told and well directed. I think this deserves as many awards as it can get. This is a masterpiece, one of the best films I've seen in 2020. I am not kidding. I highly recommend any war film buff to check this one out. What did you think, Justin?
Yeah, I agree with pretty much everything that you said. It's definitely one of the better movies of this year. As soon as the movie starts, you're just in the trenches with him, and you just...
That introduction scene is just on a new level of cinema. Like, that has never been done before.
Yeah, it was very, very good. And yeah, go see it in theaters if you can because of all the action. It is action-packed from beginning to end, and yeah, we follow this kid and his friends throughout the war that he has to endure.
World War One.
Yeah. Well, yeah. It's not like he was there for the entire war, is what I was trying to say. He's there, for partial of it, and they're all super excited. And then, of course, because it's in, they get dropped off in Paris. And then, once war hits, they have a rude awakening, and they have to deal with all the trials and tribulations of it. And, it was raining and it was cold. And so there was dealing with that. And, of course, food rationing and having to steal from a farmer, which I love the farm scene. And I love that, they actually go back to try to do it again. And, yeah, this movie is beautiful, but what is really impressive about it was the sound and the score in this. I mean, the score was thrilling and entertaining.
It's my second favourite score of the year so far, with number one still being the back.
Yeah, it was just unbelievable, and the consistent drum throughout the whole movie just really, really worked for me and really helped captivate the rest of this film. It is 2 hours and 30 minutes, but it goes down super smooth.
It does. It goes smoothly. It flies by. You feel like you're in another level. Like, even when I was trying to do some work on my laptop while watching this film, my eyes were more drawn to the film than the laptop.
Yeah, absolutely. Plus, you have to pay attention because it is in German and international film, so it is subtitles.
But there isn't too much dialogue in, which does help a lot.
Yeah, sure. But yeah, I think the production design in this is amazing. The whole story of it all was amazing. Plus, we saw one familiar face.
Mr. Daniel Bruhl, the Baron Zemo himself, one of the finest modern German actors today.
Yes, I love that Daniel Bruhl.
So they needed a big name, not just the one big name in this movie to be kind of a supporting role to kind of sell the movie, and he does shine in every scene he's in. But it is the newbies that take hold of the film. And that's what I love about the casting of this film.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, Paul Baumer is the character name of Felix Kammerer, who was the main actor, and he was fantastic. He, really carried the movie, and along with all of his cohorts, and really shined in this. I mean, it's just a dirty war movie. You're in the trenches the entire time. It's muddy, it's cold, it's wet. You're looking for food, you're looking for women, and it's just this
is the second version of this book, because there was a film in 1930 called All Quiet on the Western Front, but that feels like more of an American movie where this is a German story told from the German's point of view, so it needed to be in German.
Yeah, and there is no way that the production was anywhere near what it is now, and they could not have done all the cool stuff that they did in the movie in the first one. So they needed.
Yeah. Also, that is that if you do have like an upsetting stomach, there are some very graphic war scenes, like on another level.
Oh yeah, very
You
very
see
much.
people getting just stabbed randomly. Like it's like when you're watching Children of Men. Like everything you see is just so sudden.
Yeah, yeah. The tank scene was really crazy for me, but yeah. I haven't liked a war movie like this since Hacksaw Ridge. It was
I would go with that.
well, yeah, I know 1917 is great, but it wasn't as raw and as gritty as Hacksaw Ridge
But
was.
what about Dunkirk?
Whereas this, no, Dunkirk wasn't raw or gritty at all. That one was just a great film. It was just done really well.
Yeah.
The shots in it were beautiful and the acting was great. But no, this is like Saving Private Ryan, gritty and
Yeah.
very very well directed, very well acted, good story, and we're gonna see it up for Best International Feature at the Oscars this year for sure.
Hopefully, along with Decision to Leave, the best film of the year so far.
Yeah, and Decision to Leave is the #1 movie that's going to be at the Oscar for sure. So we'll see if it can be like Drive My Car and Parasite and also be nominated for Best Picture.
Yes.
All right. On Rotten Tomatoes, we have a 94% with a 91% audience score and 8.0 on IMDb. What are your last thoughts about All Quiet on the Western Front?
What was your score again?
I'm giving it a WTV and a half. I think it's really, really well done. Almost perfect movie.
Would you have this in your top 10 this year?
So far, I think it's got good contention. I'm just so happy that good movies are finally coming out.
Definitely.
It all started with Don't Worry, Darling, and has been continued.
Oh, definitely.
So, yeah, last thoughts on All Quiet on the Western Front?
Yeah, that's it. It's just a fantastic war epic. The first really good one I've seen since Apocalypse, since first watched Apocalypse Now. Yeah, although I do still prefer Apocalypse Now because obviously I do respect obviously what the Americans had to go through with Vietnam. German story of World War One is just so tragic that you just feel sorry for this character as he goes on his journey, and that's why it's my #2 war film.
Yeah, and I guess 17 million people died, and I know that's really sad, but as an American, you don't really root for either side. You know, you're just like, whatever.
Yeah, it's more the emotional gain rather than I'm not trying to be on that side at all.
Yeah, because you know, in another movie they would highlight the other side, and then you'd be rooting for them. You know, so but you should never root for the German, the Nazi. You know.
There weren't Nazis in World War One.
So well, that's what I'm saying is they all became. So we can't really root for them.
No, we can't have well, yeah. Like I said, I stay neutral. It's just a tragic story. That's what I'm trying to say.
Yeah, exactly. So,
Yeah.
cool. All right. And where can they find you, Rob?
Right, you can find me at Robbie's Reviews. You can find me on YouTube, Instagram, Facebook, Letterboxd, TikTok, and wherever. And yeah, I also did a review with Justin on Wendell and Wild, which is also fantastic.
Yes, very good. We're seeing great movies and movies that will be nominated for Oscars now. So this is
I think we'll be filming for next month, Justin, in December.
Which?
I think we should do Pinocchio.
I think you're right. That sounds great. We'll do that. And we'll do this again soon. And go follow Rob. Go watch All Quiet on the Western Front because it's
definitely watch that one.
Worth the view.
Worth the view.
We'll see you next time. Thanks everybody for viewing. We'll talk later.
Bye, Justin. Thank you.